Hey, Ellie, you're all working late tonight to finish up some year-end work, and once we're done, we're gonna go out to celebrate.
What? Marshall, what are you thinking? You know my due date is a week away.
Yeah, and?
The baby could be born any minute. I need you to come straight home so we can be ready.
What? The baby's not due for a week. Why are you so anxious about?
Marshall!
My mom told me a while ago that I was born 1 day early, and my brother was born 2 days early. So I don't see any reason to worry about anything for at least a few more days.
Marshall, every pregnancy is different. A due date isn't a sure thing. It's just an estimate.
Would you listen to me? I'll be at home for the last 3 days until your due date, so get off my back. Don't try to use your pregnancy to control me, Ellie. Chill out already.
You think I'm using my pregnancy?
Look, just lay off of me until 3 days before your due date, got it? I'm going back to work now, so I'm not reading any more messages until I come home.
Marshall!
Hey, Ellie, you realize it's New Year's Eve, don't you?
Well, yeah, of course. There's only 3 days left until my due date, so I'm even more conscious of the calendar than usual.
Oh, so you did know? Then why aren't you cleaning the house?
Huh?
You always clean the house from top to bottom on New Year's Eve. Why haven't you done it yet? Get to work!
I've done what I can, Marshall. I can't do any more than this being so close to the birth. I'm not feeling well today, and I don't want to risk hurting the baby.
Excuse me?
I did a little bit in the morning, and I think I might have kinda pushed myself too far.
Oh, come on! All you did was wipe down the windows and tables. That's no different than what you always do every week.
You have to understand that these are not normal circumstances.
How little do you think of me? Don't you appreciate how hard I work to provide for you at all? You can't do even a little cleaning to show your thanks?
With the baby coming so soon, to be honest, I have way more important things on my mind.
You're unbelievable.
And besides, Marshall, where did you go? You said you were going to the store to get a snack, and you've been gone for 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at a buddy's house, have a New Year's party tonight.
You what?
It's your fault for not cleaning the house. How am I supposed to relax and enjoy the new year in a filthy house? My buddy's a bachelor, and even his house is cleaner.
But Marshall, you said you'd be at home with me. The due date is 3 days. Don't you remember your promise?
That was what I thought. You'd do your job. You want me to come home, clean the house from top to bottom? I don't want a single speck of dust left, got it?
Now? It's already 6 p.m.
Yes, now! You're not doing your part in this marriage, Ellie. Either clean the house tonight or we're getting a divorce. Stay up all night working if you have to.
Divorce? Are you out of your mind?
You've gotten lazy and controlling ever since you got pregnant. I mean, come on, really? Your due date being 3 days away is no excuse for not doing your work. Now get to it!
How many times do I have to tell you? A due date is an estimate. The baby could be born any time.
There you go again! You're still using your pregnancy to try and control me. You need to clean up your act, and fast. I don't want you raising my kid to be a controlling little brat like you.
Did you just call me a brat?
Anyway, this conversation is over. Either clean the house tonight or I'm divorcing you tomorrow. Happy New Year!
Good morning, Ellie. Happy New Year. How are you feeling today?
Happy New Year, Mom.
I know things get awfully busy around the New Year, but remember, you and your baby's health comes first.
Thank you, Mom, but I'm sorry. I think me and your son might be getting divorced.
Divorced? Oh, what happened? Did something happen between you and Marshall?
I wasn't able to clean the house in time.
What? Clean the house? Why would you need to clean the house right now? You can do that anytime. Well, you do want your house to be clean and sanitary for your new baby. But that's something that Marshall can do for himself. Wait, weren't you going to stay with your family for the birth?
Well, no. I decided to stay here instead.
Oh, really?
My mother has already passed away, and I didn't want to be a burden on my father. He lives alone, and he isn't the best of health himself.
I was under the impression that you had found another relative who would take care of you at the last minute, so you decided to stay with them.
What?
I didn't think anything of it. After all, I did the same thing. I went to stay with an aunt of mine when my children were coming due, so I didn't say anything. But is that not the case?
No, it's not. I'm alone at home right now.
You're alone? But the baby could be born any minute. You're home alone.
Yeah,
And you were cleaning.
as much as I could, yeah. Marshall told me that if I didn't have the house cleaned by the morning, he'd divorce me, so I thought I should do as much as I possibly could. So I was doing a little bit at a time while making sure I wasn't overworking myself. But it was just too much.
Oh, I'll be right over. Marshall told me you were staying with a relative. I thought there was no need to worry. And so I only messaged you once in a while to check up on you because I didn't want to be overbearing. Oh, I can't believe it. What is Marshall thinking?
Mom,
What's the matter?
my water just broke.
Oh no!
Ellie! I figured you were done cleaning, so I came home expecting to spend a relaxing New Year's Day in my sparkling clean house, but what the hell? You didn't clean anything! You even left the rags and buckets out in the hallway! Thanks for ruining my New Year's, you ungrateful woman. You knew the deal. This means divorce, Ellie! Where are you? You gotta sign the divorce papers, so hurry up and get back here.
Both Ellie and the baby
Huh?
are in critical condition.
What are you talking about? Wait a minute, this isn't Ellie, is it?
Right you are. I'm watching over Ellie's phone for the moment.
Huh? Who the hell are you?
I'm going to message you from my own phone momentarily. That should clear things up.
Who do you think you are? What gives you the right to butt into this? It's between me and my wife.
Hello, Marshall.
Oh, hey, Mom. Happy New Year.
Oh, do not Happy New Year me, Marshall. I did not raise you to be such a pathetic, sniveling child.
Mom, what's wrong? Why are you angry at me?
Didn't you just get a message from Ellie's Line account? I told you I would message you from my own phone.
Wait, that was you, Mom?
Of course it was, you nincompoop.
Wait, but... I thought you were at home. What are you doing with Ellie and why do you have her phone? Oh, I see what's going on. Ellie's at your place, right? She probably told you all sorts of ridiculous things to get you on her side, right? That's just like her. Mom, don't listen to a word she says. I have no idea what she told you, but she's been using her pregnancy as an excuse to treat me terribly lately. She even tried to skip out on her animal cleaning. Can you believe it?
What I can't believe is that you would make her clean the whole house so close to the baby's birth.
Oh no, you too, Mom? What's the big deal? The baby isn't due for 3 days.
Ellie is in the delivery room as we speak.
What?
Her water broke when I messaged her this morning to see how she was doing, and she asked me for help. I called an ambulance for her, and your father and I both rushed to the hospital to be with her. We also called Ellie's father. He's here with us right now, too. The doctor said both Ellie and the baby are in critical condition. All we can do now is wait and pray for the best.
Well, for real? But why would the baby be born so early? Me and my brother were born a day or two before the due date, but Ellie had 3 whole days left.
3 days is a long time for a full-term pregnant woman.
Is it really?
You didn't know that? Just what have you been doing all this time Ellie has been pregnant? Have you learned nothing?
Well, I mean...
And by the way, you told me that Ellie was going to stay with a relative for the birth and that she wouldn't be at home, didn't you?
I didn't want you to worry about her, plus I thought that if I spoiled her too much that she would never become a good mother.
It's not Ellie's abilities as a mother that have me concerned. It is yours as a father.
Hey, what hospital are you at?
I don't believe you, Marshall. You don't even know your wife's doctor?
Hey, it's not my body.
Marshall, don't bother coming.
What? Wait, Mom, hold on.
I'll ask Ellie herself whether she wants to see you or wants you to meet the baby. When she makes a decision, I'll let you know.
Come on, give me a break!
You're a terrible man to have done this to your own wife. And think of Ellie's father. He trusted you to care for his daughter and gave his blessing to your marriage. And this is how you repay him?
But
No buts, Marshall.
But...
Didn't you say you'd get divorced if the house wasn't cleaned? There's still a high probability of you getting your wish.
Huh? Do you mean...
So you'll have to have that discussion as well.
No, I don't want to get divorced!
Hush, you petulant child!
Mom, aren't you gonna take my side?
I said hush. I'll update you later on Ellie and the baby's conditions. But you should be prepared for the possibility you never see them again.
No! Please, no!
That is the gravity of what you've done today, Marshall. If you still don't understand, then think long and hard until you do.
Why is this happening?
Ellie and the baby made it through just fine. She's been staying with her father and the baby ever since getting out of the hospital. And as for my son, one day Ellie's lawyer came by the house, delivered the demands for damages and child support, and had Marshall sign the divorce papers. Their divorce was finalized that very day. He's constantly whining that he needs money, and it seems like he needs another lesson. So we asked a friend of ours who owns a construction company to straighten him out. So with the aid of his enthusiastic colleagues, he's now embarking on the long and painful road to becoming a decent human being. My husband and I are planning to cut him out of our lives. And after a kind invitation by Ellie, we're considering moving somewhere closer to her and her father so that we can see our grandchild.
Hi, Lana. About the costumes for the party at the kindergarten, but could you make one for my kid too?
What? Do it yourself.
Huh? Lana, are you saying that while knowing who I am?
What do you mean who you are? You're Brooklyn, the mother of one of the kids in the same class, right?
That's not what I meant. Do you really not know who I am?
Well, I did just move here 2 weeks ago, so I don't really know much about the other mothers at the kindergarten. I actually grew up in this town, but have been away for 7 years due to my husband's work.
You haven't heard anything from the other mothers? Like why you shouldn't disagree with me or something?
I haven't exactly heard anything about you from the other mothers.
What? Isn't it the underling's job to teach things like that to newbies?
Underlings?
The other mothers from the kindergarten. I'll need to ask my husband to teach them a lesson later on.
What's this about your husband?
Huh? Well, since you asked, I'll tell you. My husband's job is something that starts with a G.
G? A garbage collector?
Huh? Are you alright?
That's the only job I could think of which starts with a G.
You're not trying to make a joke, are you?
I can think of one other job that starts with a G, though.
Yes, that's it.
But it's such a stupid answer. I'd really sound like I was trying to make a joke if I told you.
Huh?
I just won't tell you, okay?
What? No! This is the part where you tell me.
But I'm not that stupid to embarrass myself on purpose.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I need to go to the supermarket now. So, see you later.
Wait, what's wrong with you?
How are you, ma'am? It's Henry.
Hi, Henry. Didn't I tell you to stop calling me ma'am? We stopped doing that during my great-uncle's time. We're no longer an organization that has to hide from the public. So, just call me Mrs. Wilson.
But I swore that I would follow you always after you saved me from a group of thugs. I just wanted to show my respect to you who saved my life, so forgive me. I already received permission from both your father and your husband.
Jesus, you really be stubborn sometimes. Just don't do it in front of Mr. Smith, alright?
Understood. Changing topics, do you have anything planned for Saturday, ma'am?
Saturday? Nothing really. Why?
Your father says he wants to have dinner with your family.
Is that why you texted me in the first place?
Yes!
Ugh, Jesus. Why is Dad so... He could just tell me directly instead of having to go through you.
I love how quiet and stoic he is.
Oh, is that so? He's not quiet and stoic, though. He's just too shy.
That's not bad as well. On the outside, he looks stoic and tough, but when it comes to the daughter he loves and a family, he becomes shy. The kind of gap in personalities is also pretty cool.
I see. And where are we going to be having dinner?
He got a reservation at the high-class sushi restaurant, Yutsubi Sushi.
Oh, the one his old friend runs?
If it's okay, he said he'll contact you about the time later on. So, will you be going?
Anytime's okay for me.
Got it. I'll tell your father.
Got it. Thanks.
That's it, ma'am. Farewell.
Oh my, what brings you here, Lana? Do you know where this is? This is the high-class sushi restaurant Yutsubi Sushi. Do you get it? My husband always comes here. The head chef's an old friend of my husband. If you want to enter the restaurant, you need to get my permission first, you know? But I don't seem to have heard anything from you.
Oh, you were the one spamming me with notifications. I'm having dinner with my dad with my family. This is not a place to act like an idiot, Brooklyn. So, let's be a little bit more civilized, shall we?
What?
I'll talk to you later. So let's just enjoy the sushi the chef's making for us right now. Bye.
Wait, Lana. You're the one who's an idiot. I actually pity you for being so dumb. So I'll tell you clearly. My husband is the head of a gang. I'll show you exactly what happens if you resist me.
Are you alright, ma'am?
Good evening, Henry.
They said someone shoved a bunch of wasabi into your mouth at a sushi restaurant.
Oh, did the chef tell you?
Yes, I heard that it was a mother of one of the other kids from the kindergarten. Her name was Brooklyn Wilson, right? She has the same last name as you, huh? What a coincidence. She scooped up a bunch of wasabi from one of the containers on the counter and put it into your mouth, right? I'll go over and teach her a lesson!
No, we don't do such rowdy things anymore.
But ma'am...
I spit out the wasabi and washed my mouth. So I'm fine now, really.
But
It's fine. Obviously, I don't just intend on not doing anything.
Lana, did the wasabi I shoved into your mouth for resisting me taste good? You understand now, right? If you want to eat at that high-class sushi restaurant, then you better ask my husband for permission. Then I might let you in. Of course, you'll be the one paying.
Stop getting all high and mighty just because your husband's a game boss.
What? You still intend on resisting? What I did back at the restaurant was just the start. Stop getting all mad just because I shoved some wasabi in your mouth.
And you should really stop speaking, Faker.
Huh?
Can I ask you something, Brooklyn? Is this husband of yours who you claim is a gang boss now the CEO of a company that runs the construction business around here?
Huh?
That's so strange. I haven't heard anything about my father getting a new wife.
What? Your father?
Jesus. Just because we turned clean during my great-uncle's era and have since then been working to join the masses, doesn't mean you can just pretend to be the boss's wife.
What? Are you the boss's daughter?
Not the boss, the CEO. I'm the daughter of the man you keep insisting is your husband.
No way!
Not only that, but my father was with me yesterday at Yutsuba Sushi.
What?
He saw that you're taking advantage of his position, and so he got mad at your actual husband at the company today.
He told my husband?
Yep. His last name is also Wilson, right? So you thought you could get away with it since my dad and your husband have the same last name, right?
Wait, hold on. Your father isn't the CEO younger? He was tall and had a scar on his forehead.
Oh, that's my brother you're talking about.
Huh?
He's next in line to be CEO. He's running things now, so he'll be ready for next year when he becomes CEO. So maybe that's why you made a mistake? By the way, the scar on his forehead is from a scratch his pet cat gave him.
A cat?
Well, you better talk to your real husband about what to do from now. I'll make sure he puts some sense into you.
What do you mean?
It means that you'll never be able to use our family name to your advantage again.
What? Lana? Can you please talk to my husband?
What is it?
He's going to divorce me at this rate. He'll probably get custody of our child, too.
Oh, and?
A child needs a mother.
That child is probably better off with no mother than to one like you.
What?
According to my son, your daughter said that she liked her father more than her mother because her mother pretends to be tough and is mean and scary.
What?
My father, who you pretended was your husband, told your actual husband that he needs to do something so that you won't take advantage of them having the same last name again. Having him divorce you and forcing you to revert to your maiden name is the fastest method.
But I have no family anymore. A lot happened, but in the end they cut ties with me. I've got nowhere to go if we got divorced.
And?
Do something about it, please.
This is what you get for trying to force others into submission without actually having anything to back it up.
But...
You know, I hate people like you who act all high and mighty, but come crying for help just when they're in trouble.
But still...
I don't care.
But...
Cut it.
Can I just...
Don't contact me ever again. Brooklyn's husband divorced her a month after what happened. After consideration of the two's economic situation, custody of their daughter was given to her husband. Brooklyn tried going to her parents for help, but since they had already cut ties with her, she was immediately turned away. Apparently the reason they cut ties with her in the first place was because she once got arrested for theft. Her husband didn't know this when they got married, and only found out once the divorce was set in motion. No wonder he was given custody of their daughter. It seems that Brooklyn moved near to where she grew up. She got into some trouble with her neighbors, and this is what she said to the police when they arrested her. I am supported by the gang! She was restrained and taken away, and it seems no one's seen her after that.